Hey everybody, welcome back to Goodale Farm. I'm Peter. So it's a hot and muggy day out today, and when I went out to feed Lacey this morning, I thought to myself, I had no better day to clean out the stall and bring out the rubber mats and hose them down. I like to do that once a year at least, and do it in the summertime when it's hot. This way the mats will dry in time, and if the underneath of the mats is dirt, try to get out some of the old dirt that's just nasty. Try to get that out, put some new dirt in. So I figured a good day to do that. Really not too motivated to get into that today, but you got to do what you have to do. Good news is the barn swallows are around. They're going to keep me company, and I did notice some of their eggs have hatched. So I don't know if it's the youngins I see flying around or the concerned parents, but I'll try to capture them on the video so you can see who's keeping me company. All right, so see you out there. All right, so here's one of the nests here that we see hatched. There we go, right there. It's like a mud and grass nest they make, and you could see one right on the wire and then another one on this board here. I think those are the young ones because they don't know enough to fly away. And the parents and I guess the older ones come swooping in this window here, you know, the back of Lacey's stall, and they also come into the front door here. So here's what I got. I got to get all the muck off of the rubber mats, and then I'm gonna yank the rubber mats out and hose them down. And while the rubber mats are drying, I'm gonna take a look at the dirt underneath to see if that needs to be cleaned out and new stuff brought in. You know, it's a little bit windy today, and a slight breeze I don't mind, but the wind is annoying because when I go to shovel the stuff out the back window, just the vacuum and the way that wind comes right into that window out the barn door. So when I go to shovel it out, I have to step out of the way, otherwise I get sprayed with shavings and all the stuff that's in there. It's no good. Plus, also doing these videos in the wind is like impossible because the sound quality is pretty poor. So I'm going to do my best and capture what I can. So hang in there. Yeah, so check this guy out. He's got to be one of the young ones. He may not have even flown away yet. He probably just ventured out of that nest today. Is on the wire, just checking me out, seeing what's going on. All his buddies and brothers, sisters, mom and dad are out enjoying the air, catching all the bugs. Well, he'll take off soon enough. I guess everybody takes their time. All right, I cleared out good enough because I'm going to yank these mats out anyway. So, to you rookies of my channel, you may never seen me do this before, but cleaning the stall is something that I do every once a week, week and a half, 2 weeks. But pulling the mats out, try not to do that because it's a pain in the butt. But I covered this before and I just showed again, pulling these mats out they're pretty difficult because not only are they somewhat heavy, but they're very bulky and cumbersome to move. It's I believe a 4-foot by 5-foot mat, and hard to get your hands on it and wrists on it. So what I do is I use these C-clamps here. I attach those clamps on the mat, and I use them basically as handles. With those clamps, bearing down on the rubber, I just put my hand right in the channel part and pull them out. So let me get those on mat number 1 and pull these guys out. Don't have to be too fussy here. Yeah, kind of get them somewhat equal. I don't like to go way out on the edge. I like to bring it in a little bit, because then you could kind of fold the mat as if it's a piece of pizza in the middle, and then it's a little bit more narrow to get through the doorway. Okay, we got 2 of them on. Let me position the camera so you can see me try to wrestle this guy out. All right, here we go. Pull the pants up. You ready? Ugh. Here we go. Oh, shoot. See, it's caught a little bit, but pull it right out. All right, that's mat number 1. These clamps, you can't beat them. Like, I got these, I think Harbor Freight. They're probably a couple bucks a piece. But for rubber mats, they're a definite necessity. I'm sure you could use them for other things like that too, like carpet. Anything big, could be like cardboard that's hard to get a handle on. These are great handles. These, the it clamps right down, and you're good to go. All right, you can see here the ground. I mean, that is like almost concrete hard. Between the weight of the horse, the water, the snow, the urine, weight of the horse, water, snow, urine, weight of the horse. I mean, that is just packed and packed and packed. I'll try to break it free once all the mats are out with the pitchfork. I may even get the little rototiller, because there's little humps and grooves in it, which is fine. But having it flat makes it easier just to shovel out the shavings and whatnot. All right, let me get to mat number 2. All right, I got it all situated. I got the shovel propping it up. Let me get out of the way. Not as small as I think I am. And I got the C-clamps there. So I'll yank the shovel out, pull my shorts up, get ready, yank this mat out. Shovel out, shorts up, clamps, and we're going. Oy! It's still heavy even with the clamps. Come on, get out. All the way out. All right, 2 down, last one to go. I won't capture that one on video. I think you get the general sense pulling out those other 2. So let me get that out, and then we'll go outside and clean them off. Here comes number 3. Oh, the workout on the back. All right, I'm not going to get too fussy with the hose because it's a matter of days. They're going to get all nasty again. But I think we got another little baby bird right there. It's been sitting on that fence post ever since I came out. Probably just exploring what it's like to be outside the nest. Pretty cool. All right, let me turn the hose on. Oh, maybe that's mom or dad right there saying, come on, Junior, move along. All right, on with the water. There we go. First mat. Now, I'm not going to go too much here because I don't want this to get all muddy. I mean, it's summertime, things dry off pretty quick, so it's not that big of a deal, but if I don't have to cause a problem, I'm not going to. All right, mat number 1, down. Mat number 2, see how easy this is? sometimes the job is harder in your head than it actually is, you know. It's just a matter of just getting out and doing it, you know. That's the hardest thing, getting up off the chair, getting up out of bed, off the sofa, and just get going. I mean, this is probably 10-15 minutes into this job right here. Maybe add another 5 for the video and the birds, but outside of that, we're good. Okay, I think we're good with the mats. You know, when I'm filling up the water trough, it kicks up a lot of the muck and dirt and grass that's in there. I have an extra pool net. I like to net that stuff out. Nice little tip if you're someone that has a trough like this for your animals. Check that out. Whoa, check that out. Pulled out a lot of stuff. Sometimes there's like bugs and water beetles, so it's good to get that out. All right, I'm gonna shut that off, go back to the mats. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, this stuff is hard as nails. I mean, if you go right here, I mean, it's barely penetrating that top layer. So there's a couple high spots. You won't be able to see it on the video, but I can see them. I'm gonna knock them down with this and then shovel them out. This corner over here is a little area where the rubber mats don't fit. I mean, the rubber mat on the end here goes from this end to here. And being that she eats out of that dish, I leave the rubber mat in this corner, and here I just kind of leave open. So this is just a bunch of nasty there that I just got to clear out. And all right, let me level it out and then get ready to bring the rubber mats back in. Man, it's hard to think at one time this was actually dirt and sand. It's just, I mean, it'd be great if I could get my tractor in here, but unfortunately there's not enough space. So a little bit of manual labor, I guess, never hurt anybody. Well, I guess it gives some people heart attacks, but so I'll do this here. It seems to be at least flaking off pretty well, so it's not that difficult. It's just a matter of one of those jobs. You just gotta get into it and do it. And I think I'll bring a rake. I'll level it off, and anything extra, just kind of shovel it out. That corner was all nasty. It still is all nasty. It will continue to be all nasty. I just got to get out as much of the nasty as I can, and then put the mats back. But as I am doing this, as I said earlier, my motivation just ain't where it normally is today. You know, you have your good days and your bad days. Today's one of my bad days, so I'm not going to bring any extra dirt in or extra sand. I'll level it out, bring the mats back, and then move on to something else. Anyway, let me get back to work. All right, mat number 1 coming back in. You take them out, you put them back. Number 2. Number trace. Whew. All right, I'm basically done putting those mats in. I mean, the only thing I have to do now is put clean shavings in, but I'll do that later on tonight when I bring Lacey in the feeder. You know, this is one of those jobs you just have to reserve yourself to the fact you're going to be miserable. It's going to be hot. You're going to sweat. You're going to get dirty. You're going to be touching stuff that's disgusting. And as long as you accept that, you just got to jump right in and do it. I mean, you really can't be delicate with this type of work. And the fact is, you just have to know you're going to be dirty and sweaty, you know. So anyway, I'm done here. Looks like it's actually starting to sprinkle outside. So I may make it a light day. Maybe I'll do a couple more things. We'll see. Hey, while it's on my mind, my last video on the pool water, the cyanuric acid, CYA, I actually got a pretty good comments. I'd like to thank Amy, Christian, John, David, Troy. I am in Troy today. He's got the same problem, CYA. And my problem isn't quite clear yet, believe it or not. I mean, that water I think helped a little bit, but one of the things I found, I went back to test the water, and one of the things I found is the chlorine tablets nowadays actually have either CYA or a version of CYA in them to actually help chlorinate the pool. So it's like you're adding gasoline on a fire that you're trying to stop. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I got these jumbo tabs at Ocean State Job Lot. That's where I normally get them. And you know, when you go to buy chlorine, you go to buy chlorine, right? But what I learned today in talking with the people testing the water, if you take a look at the active ingredients, this top one, 99% is in these tablets. And if you look at that asterisk, the asterisk down below here, read what it says. Look at the last part of that word. Cyanuric acid. Are you kidding me? I've been adding this 99% to the pool, and that's adding to my acid levels? You got to be kidding me. So I got a whole, like a double bucket of jumbo tabs that is basically useless till I bring my acid levels down. So you got to look for chlorine that is not stabilized. No stabilizer. CYA is a stabilizer that, in my case, is hurting me. Okay, we're in the truck for the wrap-up. So, you know, I was chatting with one of my friends, a subscriber, Tyke, down in Virginia. And another one I like to call Bo Cephas, down in Franklin, Tennessee. And they complimented me on the videos, and you know, someone asked, you know, why are you doing it? And you know, if you're new to the channel and haven't been really following along, you know, I started this out just as a hobby, just to be fun, and it still is. You know, I do a variety of different tasks around here and chores, and I also like to watch YouTube channels. And one of the things I enjoy from watching YouTube channels is to be able to learn how other people do things. And it also inspires me to get up and get going. So I try to incorporate that in my videos, and I try to add a little bit of, you know, humor along the way also. So again, you know, I thank you so much for tuning in, subscribing. Please share the channel with others so we could get more viewership. And I guess that's it. So until next time, hope you're having a great day. Bye.